Alright, now for this teaching, I've been waiting a long time for this teaching. You need a little background information for this teaching. Alright. People have labeled this Gnostic, affiliated with Nag Hammadi, things like that. This is for those that have been led to this teaching because they have the foundation to understand it. The thing about Peter, Jesus, and Mary Magdalene, they all three had a thirst for righteousness, peace, joy, God, and learning. They were swept up and taken past I'm waiting for the Spirit to give me the right words, a realm that mortals stay in because they lack the understanding that only comes through the faith Jesus Christ gives. So you have Jesus Christ, Mary, and Peter all as one. Jesus Christ, the figurehead in the middle, Mary on one side, Peter on one side. And they used to teach like that. And Mary Magdalene, if you know anything about Mary Magdalene, which a lot of people don't, she was constantly given visions. And that was like a realm that Peter and Jesus Christ would step into while remaining visible to other people, is how the Spirit wants me to put that. There's a realm that exists between your mind and your spirit. And to enter it, you have to be comfortable with your mind moving so fast it shuts down and the Spirit just starts revealing things to you. And it got to be such a way of life. This is for the followers of the way, which in the scripture, the followers of Jesus that were persecuted were called followers of the way. They weren't called Christians until Antioch, and that's a long story, which subsequently established the Nazarenes. And the Nazarenes have traditions. They baptized themselves every day to wash off the emotions that they were experiencing from the people around them in their little community. So this and the Gospel of Thomas really tie together because Jesus Christ and Mary Magdalene were both teaching in the Gospel of Thomas. And it's Jesus teaching through Mary Magdalene, and Peter's teaching a little bit in it, and learning. Because Jesus Christ and Mary Magdalene were spiritually and in all ways Peter's parents. And they loved him very much. And Peter is a gifted natural learner to the point where when all three of them are in the Spirit, and he's usually just bored with everything. That's Peter. So Peter learned to be so quick in the Spirit, he would walk past people and they would just be healed. They'd be healed before he even got there. So it was a way that Jesus Christ was establishing Peter. And what a lot of people that claim to be followers of Jesus, is how the scripture is telling me to put it, they are familiar with certain books in the Bible, but they're not at all familiar with 1 John, 2 John, 1 Peter, 2 Peter, Hebrews, Acts, the Gospels. And that to me is, I don't know what to call that, but For the followers of the way, the real followers of Jesus, it was a way of life. It is a way of life. We walk in the supernatural. We expect it. We expect to have constant confirmation. We expect everything to be speaking to us. We expect to always feel the presence of God. And those two books combined explain a lot. And one thing I've always done, if I was infiltrating an escort service to pull out prostitutes, I dressed like somebody who would be in that environment. If it was in a impoverished neighborhood, I dressed like somebody who would be in that environment. And it explains all of that Jesus Christ appeared to people as they were. And then secretly helped them, and then exited. If they wanted to follow him, they followed him. If not, he knew that they were taken care of. Because the seeds had been planted. The things that were going to hurt those people were diverted. And Jesus Christ knew they were okay. So there was a constant helping people part of their way of life. It's the way. It's called, this is how you live fully and to the full. Full. That's all the Spirit wanted me to tell you. I love you.